Becoming a dad has been a really, really instrumental thing in my life, not because it's made me better, but it's made me more aware of my time, right? Like, if it's not worth my time, I'm not going to do it, because the trade-off is if I do it, I'm taking time away from him and my wife. So if it's not worth my time, I'm not doing it. So like, I answer less calls, I answer less messages, I do less things that aren't going to be worth my time.
Companies
Do
like
you
that.
know Dom Icavone, Relive, Revive, Raw, like those brands?
I don't think so. Say it
Supplement
again.
brands?
Which brand is it? Say it again.
Raw Nutrition.
Yeah,
Above
of
Energy.
course, yeah.
We do a little bit of work with his HRT clinic. So I train all his HRT clinics.
Interesting.
And it's, dude, so we do mentorship. So I pay him, it's like $1,600 an hour.
Yeah.
We meet once a month. Dude, they did $2 billion last. $2 billion.
Yeah, well, and they're selling a magic pill, right? It's like, hey, put this in your ass and you're good.
Yeah, that plus the supplements and shit. And it's funny watching some businesses much larger than ours grow and do, because it's the same problems, but it almost seems more simple.
Yeah.
Than coaching and info products.
You think that's more simple, or his business?
The way his business is ran, like
It's
the
more
problems
simple.
they're doing, like dealing with, it's more simple than the coaching and info products.
That's why he scales.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's just, that's the thing, is it always comes down to the vehicle. So even growing up, like my dad worked harder than anybody I knew, but he didn't make a lot of money. But he mowed lawns and did power washing, like that type of shit. It gets to a certain level, like you're not working harder, you're just working smarter, quote unquote, right? And so that's at least what I've seen. So for me, once I saw that, I was like, okay, like I don't want, like I felt like I was trying to grow it past a certain level, and it's like that's kind of the limit. Like most people, I'd say the highest levels in this space, $1 to 2 million a month. Maybe there's a few above that, but like usually it's like that's kind of where it's built for. And then if you're gonna get beyond that, then it's like do something else. That's
100%, dude. It starts to break, and that's why I shared. I was with Pampa. There's a reason I left when we got to $5 million a month.
Yeah,
like holy fuck, dude.
Yeah, it's just
I was only running the sales teams, but like, dude, we signed. I think. The best month we had, we signed 770 new clients.
Yeah.
At 7 to 8K.
It's crazy, bro.
And like that's like coaching products. So like all the coaches on the back end for that.
Oh, like you'd have to have. I mean, how many coaches? Like 50?
Like 70, dude.
Dude, yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, we had a coaching churn where 30 coaches left that month as we signed on that many people.
And then you have to.
I'm just grateful I was only in fucking sales, dude. I was only running the sales team because I saw the complexity, the refund requests, the pissed off clients, and I'm like, dude, that looks fucking miserable. Like, I'd rather have a business 1/10 of the size, make a shit ton more money.
Right.
And like,
well, no, that's the thing too. So, people will ask me, cause I pretty much grew off ads. So like, even at $2 million a month, like I would take home 600, but dude, it's like to take home 600 for that much bullshit. It was so much bullshit. Yeah. Right. And I would be like, I just got to a point where I realized, okay, it's not really a me problem anymore. It's a industry problem, or it's the type of business it is. And so, yeah, we could go into that, but a lot of these guys, what's cool that I've seen get super, super rich, they start in info and then they move. And so those skills you learn in this industry, you learn so many skills and they just apply way better than other companies, right? Because a lot of, like even BC Capital, great ideas, fucking horrible execution. They have no idea how to execute.
We were just talking about this at lunch, man, the sales, the marketing, the business acumen for what we do. Surprisingly, it's so much higher than most other businesses.
Yeah.
And then you take it into that.
They have no fucking clue.
We did work with Samcart, man. I'm sure you've used Samcart, Brian Moran.
Yeah.
And we built a product from 0 to 500K a month in 45 days, and it's just stayed there. And they just didn't know how to do it. And it was just like, well, dude, we just build a VSL, we send it to people, we have people on the. It was like really easy.
It's like the simplest shit, dude. I had a client just come in. Okay, I think she'll be a portfolio, so by the time this goes out, it'll be okay. But she did.
Is it recording already?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. She did 600,000 last year, and I said, like, how'd you do it? She's like, referrals. And I said, what's your offer? She's like, well, I get high school students in Ivy League schools. I said, like, how consistent can you do that? She's like 90% of the time. And I said, okay, like, let me, like, did you start running ads for this? She's like, no. I was like, I'm thinking this is a gold mine. So I look at her funnel, and her funnel, they opt in, and you opt in, and then it goes, okay, thanks. Like, we sent you your PDF to your email. And I'm going, you realize if you just put a call link here, you would blow up. I'm not shitting you. Right now, she spends $6,000 a month. She'll make 150.
Isn't that hilarious, dude?
It's the best offer I've ever fucking seen. I'm just saying.
I think I've seen you post about this one too.
Yeah, well, multiple times. And I think she can do 2 million a month, maybe spending 100 to 200 grand, which is like, we'll see, right? But I've just seen so many offers. I'm like, this offer she can sell for 40 grand. And she has, I don't want to say on camera, but she has like just super high profile congressmen, senators. Like it's crazy because like and it's built in. It's like their kids are going to graduate soon. They want them to go in the best schools ever. They'll pay anything to do it. They have money. They're loaded. I'm like, it is the best fucking offer I've ever seen because it just naturally attracts those people.
It fucking works, dude.
Yeah.
The info product space isn't dying. It's evolving.
Yeah, it's just super.
It's evolving from like the idiots who just want to coach coaches and like do these things.
Right.
And it's evolving to solve more intricate problems.
Yeah, it's got to be better. And it's just super competitive. Like even when I started compared to now, it's just like it's super competitive. Everyone's had a horrible experience. There's less trust.
Everything's more expensive.
Yeah,
it's a pain in the ass.
Just
dude.
different. It's just different.
Dude, I've spent because we're the B2B market. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I'm competing with like, dude, Grant Cardone, Patrick Bet-David, Cole Gordon. Right? I'm competing with the big dogs in the sales world. And it is fucking hard to compete against them on an ads platform, dude.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Oh yeah.
Like I have spent upwards of 150K over the past 9 months testing, trying, doing. I made 10 grand back. I'm really fucking
it's
good
also
at sales
depending
too.
who you're going after. Like if you're going after high level people, people are like, I want to work with business owners to make 100 grand a month at least. I'm like, dude, they don't fucking exist, and if they do, they're not usually clicking on your ads.
They're not.
They're just not.
I've learned 150K lessons in the past 9 months.
Yeah, because
I can run teams, and I can tell you this when it's not my team. I can come into your business and be like, oh, that's why it's fucking up.
Yeah.
Like not yours, but anyone's. Yeah. But on my own, I'm like, nah, bro, this is gonna work. I was like, I don't want to do it that way. I know that makes sense. This is the way.
Well, just so you know, like, because I'm pretty good friends with Cole. Like, he would spend $40 to $60 per lead for like the setter or sales rep offer per lead.
Hilarious.
Per lead. So it's like
hilarious
because if you think about it, there's just if you're trying to help people with sales teams, it's like just to be doing that, they usually gotta be doing at least 100 grand a month.
Yep.
And they don't exist. Like everyone on the internet will opt in. Oh yeah, I'm making all this money, but they just
no one actually is.
Yeah, they just don't.
We do 200 a month organically off my Facebook,
which is crazy.
But
the cool part is, and I'll say this for you, the cool part is, and it took me a long time to learn this, is end of the day, it's just about what you keep. So if someone's doing $1 million and they take home whatever 700 whatever, and I'm doing 2 million and I take home 6, it's like they're fucking beating me. It's like it's way better. They have half the fucking clients, half the fucking problems. So end of the day, it's all profit.
Yep.
That's all that matters. All this other shit, it's like because my business was like 30-40% margin at scale. So for me to make an extra 100 grand, I had to do $300,000 extra revenue. It's like, dude, you know how many fucking clients that is and all the bullshit that goes with it?
I do.
Crazy. Yeah.
I've been on the back end of it, dude. That's the fun part, man. And I remember the days when people would like flex online, just had 100K a day. And it's like you just signed 2 mastermind clients that you were like
kept 20K.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
It's like, listen, shut up. We know, dude. Yeah, it's just there's. So
I love the industry, man.
Yeah,
it's done a lot of good things for me and my family.
Yeah. No, I've learned. I wouldn't take it away, but it's like it's small. Like you start realizing once you get out there, it's just if you take those skills and you put it into these better businesses. Like I'll have clients, they do the same things, right? When this client is horrible at the skills, but their offer is so much fucking better. It's like, yeah, you can be a total dipshit and it's still gonna work. Don't worry. Mm-hmm. And that's the crazy part because when that was kind of like when Hormozy's book came out too, and like you just see stuff and then it starts reinforcing. I was like, that is so true because I've been doing this so long. I'll see a client and they're like, why does that client get better results than me? I was like, dude, to be honest, you're a way better CEO than them. They just sell better shit. Mm-hmm. It's just better.
It's all about perception too, isn't it, man? Like I hate that I coach a bunch of sales reps. I mean, we're in a sales agency. It's because it's like fucking babysitting, dude. Like you run sales teams, it's babysitting. Yeah. And like I coach a bunch of sales reps on and off teams and we talk about it all the time. And they're like, well, why is this person making more money than me? I was like, well, because people think they're better than you. And they're like, well, I'm actually better than them. And I was like, it doesn't really matter, dude. Because like it's not about the place you're at. It's about finding the right vehicle, and finding the right vehicle has less to do with your skill set and more to do with what other people believe your skill set is. Yeah. And they're like mind blown with it every time. They're like, I just don't believe it. I was like, well, just go post every day for 6 months and then come back to me. Just go post some intelligent shit, talk to people, connect with people, and like just see what comes your way.
I can't. It's like I know that's the problem.
That's the fun part of it all is like it's perception based. Everything's perception based, and then of course like you actually have to be good when people hire you or buy your shit. But like if you're perceived as great, like people will always buy your shit. Yeah. So look,
11 years ago you were addicted to heroin and Xanax.
Oh, this is good stuff. Let's go.
Now, yeah, we got to go right into it. Now you run a $3 million company. So what's the moment that changed for everything for you?
Dude, I shared about this at SalesCon, man. I lost my mom and I tried to kill myself 11 years ago. It was on May 5th, 2014. My mom passed away. She was an alcoholic. I didn't realize it at the time, but I did after. And
you didn't even know she was?
Well, I knew she was drinking, but I didn't realize she was an alcoholic. Like, I didn't understand that, like, she was a previous addict and that she had been clean for 18 years. Bro, I was a 20-year-old kid that my mom was getting high with. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like,
it's cool.
That's what I'm saying, dude. She's like buying me booze. Like, she's doing drugs with me. I was like, this is fucking dope, dude. Yeah. Didn't realize that, like, there was an actual problem there. So she passed away and I didn't know what to do, dude. I was 20 years old and I was just kind of lost. And I was
your dad in the picture out?
Dude, they were divorced. So they were separated.
That's a lot.
He was using too. There's more to the story, but he's good now. He's been clean longer than me. But dude, she passed away, and I had a bottle of Xanax. I think there were like 22 or 25, like 2 milligram Xanax bars in there. And my thought process was like, this should kill any human for sure. And so I tilted it over, took him, washed it down with a liter of vodka. And like, I specifically remember laying down on my couch thinking like, okay, this is it. Like, I remember being okay with the idea that I was going to die. And like, it's a really heavy thought because like, I specifically remember how I felt and it was fine. It was like no big deal. And I woke up the next morning and I was like, oh shit. I was like, this is a problem. Like, I should not feel like this at 20 years old. And I didn't figure it out then. It took me another couple months of getting kicked in the teeth. But like, I realized I didn't want to die. And so like, everything shifted. My family gave me an opportunity to go to Florida and get clean, and I did. And I met this guy, and this is the identity piece we were talking about, man, is like, I met this guy who looked happy, and he had a nice car, and he was speaking with an intelligent fashion, and he was clean. And so I identified with him because he had a nice car, he had a hat backwards, and he was drinking a Red Bull. And I used to skate. I was like, oh, this is my guy. He's happy. And I saw right there and then that like, I could do this and I didn't have to live this lifestyle. Right. And it was just like meeting that one person, and like meeting that person changed my life because I didn't think it was for me. Right. Not to get into the, oh my God, like sober and clean talk, but like everything I have is a direct result of that. So like meeting him changed my life because I saw that there's hope, and there's not just hope, but there's happiness. And I haven't experienced happiness in a very long time. So meeting him changed my life. And then I started to kind of get on this kick of like, well, fuck, I'm just going to do better. Right. And it's coming up on 11 years ago. And like, dude, I spent like the first 90 days of my recovery meeting with him every day, talking with him every day. And just that 90 days changed my life. It was just having someone who had been there before and been through it and seen the other side helped me see that it didn't have to be the way that it was and that there was a way out.
How did you meet this guy? What was the kind of the terms or the circumstances?
It was a 12-step meeting. So like, I was in a halfway house down in Florida.
Oh, okay.
And like, the requirements of living in the halfway house are you have to go to 3 meetings a week.
Well,
and
like, are they like what is it?
Like Narcotics Anonymous,
yeah,
alcohol,
okay.
AA, NA meetings.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, Alcohol's Anonymous.
I didn't want to fucking go, but like to live there, they were like, you have to do it. So like, there was one down the street and I went, and I was just like, dude, as a just freshly 21-year-old kid, I was like, fuck this. I'm just going to go and like check this box. And like, I saw this guy and I was like, I was like, oh shit. Like, he kind of reminds me of myself. And I didn't think I would experience that. So like, I was kind of forced into it. And you can call it God, you can call it greater power, you can call it whatever you want. Like, I don't care. I was in the right place at the right time. And I had the opportunity I needed to just see that there was a better way. Did I have to take it? No. But like, something in me was like, yo, like, I can do that too.
Dude, that's crazy because, well, and let me ask you this. What was it about him that you gravitated to? Did you want to be successful? Like, is that because you said, hey, this is a cool guy. He has a nice car. He seems successful. Like, did you want that? Is that why you gravitated towards it?
Well, dude, so what had happened like earlier that week, man, like, so I was a gymnast in high school. I was in great shape. I was a gymnast.
Bro,
I wasn't like the best.
Were you this big of a tank?
Dude, I was like 140 pounds shredded, like shredded. But like, that was my walking around. And I woke up like a week into being in the halfway house, a fat, out of shape fuck. Like, it looked disgusting. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh dude, like, this is gross. Like, my life needs to be better. So like, I didn't know that I wanted to be successful. I just wanted to be better in every area. And so like, I got in this kick of like, I just want to be better. I want to do better here. I want to do better here. I want to go back to school. Like, this is the way to win. And so it wasn't that I was like seeking all this money, fame, and success. I was like, this is a low point. I need to just fucking climb, dude. Yeah. Like, I just need to climb. Yeah. And like the thing that made me see it, and I know you're a fitness guy as well, started in fitness, was I just looked in the mirror and I turned into a fat fuck and I was disgusted. And seeing that like pushed me in other areas. So when I saw him, he looked happy. He looked like he had a freaking solid life, a solid job. Like he was doing well. He had a nice car. He could afford energy drinks, dude. I couldn't afford anything. I was poor. I had literally nothing. So I was like, he has all these things, dude. Like I want what he has.
Right.
Like I just wanted what he had and I was willing to do anything to get it.
What part of addiction helped you later in business, if any, that you feel?
Every part of it, dude. Like I used to wake up like, dude, I mean, just think about any addict, man. Like they don't have a job. They don't have money. No one wants them around. That was me. But like every day I wake up with no money, no gas, like nothing with me, but I'd find a way to get high. I'd find a way to get drugs. I'd find my way around and I'd find somewhere to sleep. And that's with nothing. Like, did I have to panhandle? Did I have to steal? Did I have to go sell this? Did I have to find and comb through this? Like I can tell you story after story about things that I've done that I'm not proud of, like some pretty fucked up shit. And we can go down that path if you want to, like no shame in my game. But like I would wake up every day with nothing and end the day with everything I wanted, with no opportunity. No one gave anything to me. My parents didn't have like a fucking money cellar that I could go pull from. I would just find a way to get it. So when I got into business and sales and like I was in an air conditioned room and I had the internet and I had all these opportunities to DM people, talk to people, build a brand, message people, call people back. I was like, well, dude, I have all these assets to win. Like, holy shit. Like, how can I not win? So every day when I go in, it's like, how can I lose? Like I won with so much less. And yeah, my winning was getting high and doing drugs and having somewhere to sleep and having food in my stomach. But like that was full on desperation. I'm not in desperation, so I don't have to go to that extremity. I have all these things. Like if I want to go comb through my CRM and pull out 100K today, dude, I could. It would just take a bunch of dialing.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of like that mindset of being able to pull something from nothing every single day, taking that into business. It's if I want to get gritty, I can get gritty.
Right.
And I will. And I do. And it's actually pretty fun sometimes. Right? Is it healthy? Dude, maybe, maybe not. But like I'm here to win. I'm not here to fucking be healthy. I don't think anyone that makes a lot of money in business has like a health conscious sense of like, I just want to be balanced. Like we just want to do some insane shit. So like that thought process there helped me because like I still have that addict nature of like, I'm going to get scrappy as a motherfucker.
Right.
And I do. And it's a great time.
Yeah. It makes you super successful in business as well.
100%, dude.
How do you stay grounded when society now sees you as rich, but you've literally faced death?
The funny part about it, dude, is like everywhere I go, I kind of, I don't want to say I dress like I'm poor, but I don't really flex anything I have. Like if I wasn't coming to do this podcast, dude, I would be in basketball shorts and Crocs. And like, dude, these are my Lulu shorts, so they're kind of nice. I knew I was coming to do a podcast, so I was like, I got to rock these $80 shorts. But everywhere I go, dude, like I literally roll around in basketball shorts, a t-shirt and Crocs, no matter where I'm going.
Yeah.
And it's not because I don't want society to see me a certain way, but I just don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like I do get a lot of information and people and individuals coming to me on the internet, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. But I don't let it get to my head because it really doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, whether I make 10K this month, 100K, $1 million, it really doesn't change who I am as a human.
Right.
Because like outside of all this, which I think matters more, is dude, I'm a husband and father.
How many kids you got?
I have one.
How's
We'll
that?
have
How's
more.
that experience been?
Awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, the most fucked up thing I've ever experienced is watching my wife give birth. But like watching, and dude, I'm going to get like, not graphic, but I don't give a shit. I'm going to say what I want to say on this podcast.
Yeah.
But dude, as a man, like we know how kids are born.
Yeah.
Like we're aware, dude.
Yeah.
You know, you inseminate a woman, blah, blah, blah. Dude, watching my son talk to me and do things and realizing that like I created this by having sex is one of the most wild experiences.
Interesting.
Because I'll be sitting at home and I'll say something to him and he's like, no. I'm like, brother, did you just say that? So like, it's one of the coolest experiences, but like the original question was like, yo, how do you deal with society viewing you a certain way? Is like, dude, I'm a dad and a husband before anything. Right. And I don't want the world to view me any differently. Like I don't buy nice cars. Like I have a beautiful home. I put a lot of money into our home, the backyard. The world doesn't see it. Right. It's a great home. It's a great yard. It's a beautiful home. It's everything we want. It's everything we could ever imagine. But like, I don't want the world to see that because at the core of it, dude, I'm a husband and dad. I'm a business owner, but here's the thing is like, if my wife and son for some reason said like, to take care of us, you need to shut down your business. I'd throw it away tomorrow.
Wow.
That's the reality.
So, some people will say, hey, when you have a kid, it changes your perspective on everything, and it's the best thing that's ever happened. Like, are you in that camp? Or because I don't have kids yet, so I'm always curious. I don't feel a huge desire for them yet.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have some, but, some people, they're like, oh, best thing that ever happened to me. Or, is it like, yeah, they're great, but, some drawbacks too. Like, where are you on that?
Pros and cons.
Yeah.
Dude. It's the best thing that ever happened to me because like I now cannot imagine my life without him.
Right.
But also, I mean, there's pros and cons. Everything you do. Getting married, there's pros and cons. Yeah. And like, if anyone comes into it and just says it's all pros, they're lying to you. Yeah. Because like, okay, now you want to travel, there's extra layers of complexity, right? There's naps you have to deal with. There's teething, there's diet, and you can't tell me that you love every single part of that. Like, I love being a dad. I don't want anyone to listen to this and say like, oh, like that dude shitting on it. Bro, I love being a fucking dad. I love being a husband, but everything you do, there's pros and cons. Yeah. You just have to accept the cons with the pros, and the pros are better. You can't tell me you like waking up at 2 a.m. to shit everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, you can't tell me that was like the best part of your fucking week. It sucks sometimes, but like, it's the things that you do for what you want. Like in business, like sometimes things just fucking suck, but you do it because you want the reward, you want the result. So like, dude, becoming a dad has been a really, really instrumental thing in my life, not because it's made me better, but it's made me more aware of my time, right? Like, if it's not worth my time, I'm not going to do it, because the trade-off is if I do it, I'm taking time away from him and my wife. Yeah. So if it's not worth my time, I'm not doing it. So like, I answer less calls. I answer less messages. I do less things that aren't going to be worth my time, because the reality of it is I'm either spending it here where I'm making more money and I'm doing something that's going to better my life, my son's life, my wife's life, or I'm spending time with them. So if it doesn't fit one of these two, like, I'm sorry. It's like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, I'm just not going to do it.
No, that makes sense.
Right? Like coming out to Houston, like seeing, like doing a podcast, meeting with a couple people I know here. It's absolutely worth the time. And I'm not trying to say like, oh my God, I put that on the meter, but I'm using it as an example because I'm here. Like, dude, meeting with Christian, I'm meeting with another business owner after this and coming here. It's like, I get to meet awesome people who in business at some point, I'm sure will help each other, whether it's referrals, whether it's just getting to know people, whether it's getting a name out or putting your name through my area, like it's well worth it. Right. So I kind of view everything now as is it really worth my time, or would I rather just be at home?
Yeah. Are you planning on having more kids?
Absolutely.
How old is your kiddo right now?
He just turned 2 in June.
So he's still pretty young. So are like, man, what's the biggest changes? If any, like what's the biggest difference between not having kids and having? Is it just more so you got to kind of do things around your son?
You just have less freedom, dude.
Yeah.
Because you can still do whatever you want. But here's the thing, dude, is if you miss nap time, he's cranky as fuck. And if he's cranky as fuck, now you have an upset wife because he's screaming and crying and she's the only one that can tame him. Yeah. And like, it's all these little things. Like everywhere you go, you have to think about him, which is not bad. It's like the best example. Have you ever had a dog?
Yeah.
It's like having a puppy, but times 10. Yeah. Right? You just can't leave the kid at home.
You can't just put him in the backyard on a leash.
You can't, right? But like, think about bringing that puppy with you everywhere. There's extra layers of complexity of like things you have to bring, things you have to do. You have to think about where it's sleeping, where it's napping, where it's shitting. And it's the same thing with a kid, is like you have less freedom, but you also have this beautiful thing that looks at you like you're the fucking center of the universe. So like pros and cons, right? Yeah. So like the changes are really like I have less freedom in life, but I have more of my life, right? I feel like I get more from it. But it's also like I can still leave and go. Yeah. But if I want to go somewhere with my wife because he's so young, it's like we can't just leave him somewhere. He's not going to survive. We can find someone that'll babysit, but also we have to trust that person, right? We have to make sure we get to know them. So like it just adds layers of complexity. And I always tell people, and I'm not an expert on kids or marriage, to be honest, I can be better as a dad and a husband, and I'm aware of that. But like do it when you're ready and have a lot of fun before it. Not that you won't have fun when it happens, but it does stall things. It changes. It's harder to go. Like I can't go to Dubai tomorrow. Yeah. Not that I was going to, but I could. I just can't go tomorrow now. I can't get up and do things as fast. There's levels and layers of planning with everything.
Yeah, I think you are nailing the nail on the head, so to speak, because everything's trade-offs. And one of my friends, he actually said something to me, pretty influential friend, and he said, Tanner, you'll be pretty much happy if you marry this type of girl, that type of girl. He's like, because whatever you don't have, you're gonna want that. So he's like, it's a trade-off, and you just decide if that trade-off is worth it too. And I think that's kind of what you're saying.
Every single time, dude. Yeah, it's cool. Having kids is cool, but like if you don't want to put the time, effort, and energy in, Like, don't do it. Yeah. I think everyone should have them, but not everyone's going to.
You said most sales trainers are full of shit. So what's the biggest lie the industry pushes?
Dude, they put it out there that it's easy, man. Like, you're selling an easy process to someone who cannot make it happen. I mean, like, for example, dude, like the make 10K a month as a closer. I was part of that big boom. Like, I was part of selling that in the beginning when it was a thing. And it's not impossible, but like the reality of it is it's not available for everyone. Mm-hmm. Like, not everyone can go and do it. Not everyone has the archetype, the stereotype, the ability as a human to go do what's needed to make it happen. Some people are just lazy. Some people don't have a level of intelligence. Some people don't have life experience. So I think the biggest lie in the sales world is that like everyone can go and make it happen. Could they? Sure. But like, what's the fine print? What does it actually take to get there? Right? So it's like, it's kind of like the headline without the fine print of the reality of what it's going to take for you. Like, for you to go make good money and me to make good money, it's probably very different than someone who decides to come into the industry tomorrow. Yeah. Right? We can probably go snap our fingers and pull in 100K. Mm-hmm. For them, they're probably going to take 14, 15, 16 months of trying to get in the right place to even make 5 or 6K, unless you have the good connections, right connections. So I think it's just like everyone lies, man. And the thing is, like, you don't need more training to be better. Like, once you get it, like, let's say you're 80%, do you really think getting to 85 is going to give you that much of a difference? Maybe, maybe not, right? If you're closing at 30%, how much more money are you going to make if you're closing at 35? Is it that large of a difference? Or is it just, hey, like, why don't you go sell something more expensive or take more calls or have someone fix your show rate or, right, add in whatever else, anywhere else. And so, like, everyone's focused on this and income and close rate. But I think the real metric there is not measured in what people can make via that call or that offer. It's understanding that, like, I can go sell more expensive stuff. I can look in other areas. So everyone's focused on the end result, which of course we would. It's sales. Like, why would we not? But like, most people don't see the reality of the pathway to get there. And I think that's a problem.
Why do you think the Hardly Selling brand resonates so much? And then what did you expect it to do?
I think people are just tired of like bullshit sales tactics. And dude, I've sold a lot of shit that I'm not proud of. I think anyone in business can say that, right? Like, I think we can say we have sold people and sold things and pushed people into payment plans and loans that in the moment it felt good and we're not proud of, right? And I think anyone in sales can say that. Like, for us to say we haven't, like, we're fucking lying. But like, Hardly Selling, like, I think people like it because we truly don't give a shit. If you don't want to buy my stuff, dude, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, it doesn't matter to me because I'm not going to get on and push you to buy. I'm going to show you every reason why you should. But if you're just like, no, this isn't for me, dude, I'm not going to chase you.
Right. Like, but ironically, that's what makes people buy more. Like, 100%. And that's what I learned in sales was you just want to ask questions that get them to come to the conclusion, like, yeah, like, maybe it is a good idea. I don't know. What do you think? And the irony is, like, that's what gets people like, man, he doesn't really give a shit. And then it makes them want to buy more.
Every time, dude. And that wasn't the idea behind the brand, man. The idea behind the brand was to troll the sales industry because I've worked with some agencies as well. And I've just seen, like, the way these agencies, number one, speak about their clients. Pretty disgusting. They talk shit about them. They don't actually care about them. I've seen them promote things in ways that they've done, and they actually have never done these types of things. I've taken a business $2 million a month, and then I actually go and look behind the scenes, and they've never actually done any of that shit.
Right.
And they just lie. So I started Hardly Selling to troll the sales industry because I have receipts. I can prove all the shit I've done.
Yeah.
Now, if I talk about team revenue from running this company over the past 2 years, I do not have Stripe screenshots of every single team. Impossible. I didn't think about it. I wasn't smart enough at the time. But like, I can show you screenshots of companies that I brought to 5 million a month. I can show you screenshots of companies I brought to 1, 2, 3 million a month. Like, I can prove all this stuff. So we started it to kind of say, like, hey, everyone's full of shit. Do your research. Like, actually go look, talk to some of the people they've worked with. And everyone's like, yeah, like, I like that. And it's because everyone sold everything. And like, we've sold programs, and I'm a part of the problem. Like, I'm a part of the problem on why people have sold things that they shouldn't have sold. Like, I sold sales training. I sold build a business, and I had people build businesses that shouldn't. Like, we've all done it, right? And it's not that there was malicious intent. It was like, well, that was the way we thought it was right. But like, because of that, so many people have been sold things that they shouldn't have. So when we're like, yo, check our resume, see what we've done, right? Fuck everyone else. If you don't like it, don't come this way. They're like, yeah, you guys are great. And so it's like, it's helped our brand. But that wasn't the intention, dude. I didn't have any intention to start this business.
It probably gets you better customers too, because you're just like, listen, like, we are purposely not trying to hire a dumbass. So like if you're dumb, don't do it. And ironically, like it kind of, it does help. Like it helps you get a better client 100%.
I fucking wish I could tell you I did that on purpose too. Like I wish I could tell you I did it on purpose. But like literally when I started, I was sitting there with my boy Nate, who I bought him out of the company after 6 months in. Best 8K I've ever spent, by the way. And I was like, dude, I just want to troll the sales world. Like, what should we name the company? And we were sitting with ChatGPT and Hardly Selling came up. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, that's it. So let's just go sell things and be honest with people and just help people with whatever. And everyone wanted fucking everything. I'm just like, fuck, dude, this isn't what I expected. I expected like a couple people to pay me and me to just like kind of skeet by and barely work and like make some money. And everyone's like, I want this. Can you do this? Can you do that? And I'm just like, fuck, man, I actually have to do this now. I didn't want to do this. Like we didn't have it. I didn't have a desire to build a fucking agency, dude, at all. I had no desire to build a company. Not that I don't like it or I would do it any different way, but it's fucking hilarious when you do good things for people and you give a shit and you're honest. Even if the honesty isn't the nicest thing to say to someone, they fucking love it.
Yeah. And also, I just think part of success is things just fall in your lap. Like as you're successful, like for me, you know, I did fitness and then I had a bunch of trainers start asking me how to do fitness. And I did that and then I had more people. And like, I think as you're successful, what's cool is, you know, when people are like, oh, here's my 5-year plan. I'm like, bro, you have no fucking idea what's going to happen, right? That's okay. You can have that. But I think for you, you start having success and then people want more stuff because they're like, hey, what about this? And you're like, I mean, okay, like it's more money. So, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just, you know, sometimes like you maybe didn't plan on it, right?
Yeah. And dude, that's the coolest thing about some of the businesses. Like, and I talked to a couple people who have similar businesses and it sounds like you kind of had the same come up with fitness as well. It's like, well, I didn't really fucking plan for this to happen, but here we are. It's paying me well. So let's just do it for now.
Well, especially when you're young. Like when I remember I was 25 and I had like 15 people on a waiting list who were trainers. And like, yeah, I'll pay you 10 grand. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, holy shit, you know, like I was like, okay, I guess I'm doing it. You know, it wasn't like a calculated decision. It was just like, I saw green dollars and I took it.
Yeah. So. You have to, dude. You have to.
What advice would you give someone who's too polished and trying to look the part, quote unquote, like instead of being real?
Dude, just be authentic, man. Be you. Don't worry about who you offend. And, you know, I had this realization. We had a business. I think it actually did similar things to your fitness business, man. It was called Global CEO. And we were taking trainers online. And we did pretty good, dude, because it was just literally teaching people how to post, message, reactivate their client list, and sell them different shit. But I had a realization after we had 2 clients reach out and want a refund because I posted something political online and my other business partners were based out of LA. And we had 2 clients reach out and want a refund because I posted something about riots and whatever. And it was definitely like far opposite side from them. And we lost 20K. And I was pretty like...
Well, not, you don't have to say what your stance was like conservative or liberal or...
I have a more conservative stance.
Gotcha.
And like the people that were working with us were more liberal. I didn't post anything crazy. I like shared a fucking post, dude. That was kind of just like talking about rioters and whatever, right? And we had 2 people refund. And like we lost 20K. Yeah. And I had the realization there. I was like, dude, like I'm having to turn into someone else here to make the money I want to make. It's like, fuck this, dude. If you don't like me, like fucking leave. And like I kind of like put my foot down there. We shut down the company. And that's when I really started to brand myself. And it was literally the mindset, like if you don't like it, get the fuck out of here. Right? And one of 2 things is going to happen. Either everyone's going to hate me and that's fine because of me, or the right people are going to gravitate around me because I'm me. And both of those things happen.
Well, yeah. And to your point, I remember when I was younger, and I started to realize I was getting bullied. And so I tried really hard, like I was super nice to everyone. I didn't want to cause any problems, whatever. And I would still find people would talk shit about me. And I was like, this is pointless because even if I'm super nice, you'll still talk shit about me. So I was like, fuck this. So I think to your point, regardless, if you do what you think everyone wants you to do, people will still have an issue with you. So it's like, you might as well just be who you are because you're going to have both people anyways.
And the thing is, dude, like to circle back to the question is like, what would I tell someone that wants to be too polished is like, you're going to end up in a place you don't want to be in doing things that you don't want to do. Right. And it might take longer if you're more authentically yourself. I argue that it'll probably take less time, but like it could take longer if you don't dive full in. But you'll end up around the right people doing the right things for the right reasons and having more fun if you just kind of rip off that mask and you just be who you are. And I'm not saying like, dude, if you're a Trump supporter, just go like wear MAGA shit everywhere online. But you know what I mean? Like be more you, talk more like you when you post. say things in a way that you would say in person. When you meet with people, make sure that it's actually who you are. When you post, when you talk on podcasts, when you do things, when you show up on calls, like have the same level of authenticity there, here, and everywhere. And maybe like keep your mouth shut about super political things, right? Unless you're in that group. But like start letting people see who the true you is. Like I talk about my addiction. Tanner's talking about being bullied. I say the word fuck a lot, and I don't care if people fucking like it or not. It doesn't matter, right? But there's an authentic sense behind that. And you can tell that like I care because it's not polished. It's not perfect. And you can tell that you care because you're willing to talk about some of the fucked up things that have happened. And because of it, the right people gravitate toward us. And some people hate us. And that's cool. Like it's fine. Like it's no big deal. But because of the right people gravitating toward us, this question, this person, whoever it might be, like you're going to have more fun, make more money, and be more stoked with your life because you're not trying to hide behind something.
I agree. And to be honest, like the number one thing I'll get from clients usually is they'll just like, yeah, we just like you because you have a no BS approach. I'm like, perfect. Because I fucking hate beating around the bush or talking to like, I feel this way. It's like, dude, it doesn't fucking matter. It's like, this is what we have to do.
I don't give a fuck about your feelings.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like, it's not in a bad way. It's just like, do you want to fix it or not? Like, do you want to talk about your feelings for an hour? Or do you want to like actually be productive? So I agree with you. It's just, you're going to attract the type of people who resonate, and the people who don't resonate, you're usually like, great. Like I would hate to work with you as a client anyways.
Dude. Yeah. I don't know about you, man, but like, I don't have any clients that I would not sit down and hang out with.
That's
right?
good. That's
like,
really good.
Like some sales reps on some teams, sure, because some teams are big, right? And at the end of the day, if you're producing, like, hoorah, like we're good. But like, I don't have any clients that I won't sit down and like break bread with and take out to dinner. And that I like, if they're in town, like I would not mind having my family meet them. And I have had my family meet quite a few clients, like my son and my wife. And it's because of the authenticity behind it. Like you attract the right people where it's like, it's not just business, like it is, but past our business relationship, not that we're going to be boys, but like we'll communicate like friends. And anytime you're in town, I will fucking come and see you. Right. Because all business relationships end at some level. Right, client and like us working with them. Yeah, and we have a client who exited with us last month. I still text him every 2 or 3 days. Like we're fucking tight. Oh. It's okay. It didn't end the best, but like it wasn't bad. But like the relationship we built because we were focused on authenticity, the right people, working with the right individuals, and just being who we are. Like the relationship's going to last a very long time. And there will be referrals.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. So you build a $3 million a year business with a very anti-traditional brand. What's the actual model behind your business? Like you talked about it a little bit, but maybe just go into more like on average, how are you attracting clients? Like, do you have a certain funnel? Do you have certain, like that type of stuff?
So dude, we've spent a lot of money on ads for it not to work. Like I'll be really honest with you about that. And it's because I wanted it to be my way. I wasn't willing to give the person what they felt like they needed and then actually give them what they needed. Show them what they thought I wasn't willing to do that. And so that fucked us pretty hard just because I was like, I'm just not going to do it that way. I'm just going to find my own way. It didn't work. But what we do, man, is all Facebook organic right now. So it's Facebook organic. People find me, whether it's just through my posts, connections, referrals, whatever it might be. And they usually come to us because we can find them more money in their sales team. And I'll charge $2,500 for an audit. If we don't find you 35% more revenue, I'll send you your money back. Or if you're just like, yo, I don't like this, I'll send you your money back.
Is there a way for you to prove that? Like, so, you know, I'm sure you get some sticklers. Like, is there a way for you to prove like the actual percentage?
Yeah. I'm not telling you you're going to go get it because you actually have to do the work.
Yeah.
But I can show you, and I'll show you after the podcast how we present our audits. And like, nice. I prove it to people, how we can find it and what they need to do to get it. And so people come to us for that. And then we'll show.
Is that in place of a sales call? So instead of a sales call, you're like, hey, you pay for this audit and then we'll do it. But if they don't do that, will you not even take a call or do you do both?
Yeah, I'll take a call with them. I don't care.
You do both.
I'll talk to anyone, dude. The thing is, dude, I've closed 100% of the people I've talked to in the past 3 months on something.
Wow. Whether
it's an audit, done for you sales management, team consulting, recruiting. And it's not that I'm like the best salesman in the world. Dude, it's my brand. Like if you're coming to me, you know what the fuck you want. You know what I mean? It's like if someone messages you on Facebook and they're like, yo, I want help with this, chances are they're going to pull out their card at the end of the call. Right? There's like no question about it. But like, so we'll sell an audit and then we'll go in, we'll find all the stuff, we'll present it to them. And then it's really simple. Like, yo, do you want help with this or not? Right? If not, here's how to do it. Go have fun. If you do, like it's X amount per month. We train, recruit, work on strategy. All your team goes into this and that. Like we kind of give them the gamut. And we help them pretty well.
On the audit, do you have the potential client fill out a bunch of stuff so you guys can quickly go through it?
Oh, dude, we spend 5 to 7 business days in their accounts.
Wow. So you guys go, so this is like a legit audit. I mean,
We
this is pretty crazy.
mystery shop it on the front end. Couple different sales calls with them to see how they take it, speed to lead, how they operate with new leads. And then we go fact check all the data on the back end and what's actually happening.
Are you able to do that with your team profitably? Like I would just be worried about like, man, this is taking so long. Like, how do you do that efficiently?
Myself and my business partner do it. I don't know if you know Will Hinkson.
Yeah.
Will's one of my business partners.
Wow,
Will does a lot of the back end audits. I do some of the front end. And dude, is it scalable? No, not really. But the thing is, dude, like we close 70% of the people that buy
yeah,
them.
of course.
So like
of course.
I could do 6 of these a month, close 4 clients, and my business keeps
Well, yeah, and on top of the fact, I mean, when you're 100% organic or 90, whatever it is, it's a lot of profit. I mean, it's a lot of profit because you're not paying all that money on marketing and advertising.
Dude, our numbers, like just to give you clarity, we close, I don't want to say 100% of people we offer on audits, but it's like 70-80% of people we offer audits to, and then 50 to 70% of people on the back end of that. So let's say like 70 and 50. So if I offer you an audit, 70% of the time you're going to say yes. 50 to 60% of the time after it, you're going to go into some back end work with me. And then what we do is we cherry pick from there for done for you management accounts, which is a higher price per month, more engagement on our side. We have our team in there and we take a percentage. So like our ascension model is like audit, and it lets us see too, like, dude, if I don't want to work with you, I'm not going to offer you anything. But it lets us see the back end. It lets us see your team. It lets us see what can be done. And if I find out that I can't do anything, I'm not going to offer you work. But it gives me the playbook necessary to go in and fix the thing. And like, it's
I'm
not
saying,
hard.
like, so it's $2,500. I mean, it's not super cheap. Like,
It's a no-brainer.
do you have any resistance from that? Like,
If
like
you
is it the guarantee though? Because like I would assume if someone came to me like, hey, $2,500 for an audit. I mean, if I was in deep shit or I knew I had a problem, okay. But if I'm like I'm not that interested. Like, do you have any issues with that, or does it do what you want it to do?
Why are you getting on the call with me in the first place then? Like, why are we having a conversation in the first place?
Yeah.
Because I'm not cold pitching this to anyone, dude. Like, people are coming to me. People are getting referred to me. People.
And that's
popping
kind of
on
what you
DMs.
say. You're like, hey, look, I'll do this for $2,500, and if you don't like it, I'll give it back to you.
Yeah.
So they're okay. I got it. Okay.
But here's, dude, like for $2,500, if I tell you I can find you 25 to 35% more revenue,
yeah.
even if you're doing $200K a month, it's like, would you pay that to see if I could find you an extra $60K a month?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you say no, you're kind of a retard. You know what I mean? And it's not like, oh, the guarantee is so cool. But it's like, if you say no, you're pretty fucking stupid because, like, if you don't see the problems and someone else thinks they can, and there's, like, no problem, no strings attached, if you don't like it, you can just move on. Yeah. Why the fuck would you not?
Right.
Like, what are you doing?
Do you is that basically like what you would coin as your sales process? And is that something you'd have some of your clients do? You're like, dude, just give them an audit and do this. Or like, is that something that you do?
Every team that we work with is different. So, like, we don't really consult on offer as much. Like, some people we do. Most of the stuff we do is just on sales team process and strategy. And sometimes we'll tweak offer. Like, there's a detox company we're doing work with. I won't say the name. Like, we help tweak their offer to have like a mastermind 20K on the back end. So, like, for some of them we do just because, like, we know what the fuck we're doing and we literally listen to thousands of sales calls a month and, like, that's all we do. So if we're seeing the market wants this, like, we'll tell you. But, like, we just focus on sales process and sales people and sales strategy, right? And by process, it's like you have to think, like, everything from when a lead comes in to a deal closes, everything in between is process. So, like, if you're having opt-ins for people for a front-end product, it's like how quick we're dialing, how often we're calling, what type of conversation we're having, what we're saying on that call. Are we upselling them to a different product? Like, how are we working that when people book a call with a VSL? What's happening pre-call, emails, texts? How quick are we reaching out to them? What's that on that call? Are we going triage? Are we going strategy session? So we work everything in here, right? And that's how we look at it. And everyone's process is different, dude. There's no two teams where I can plug the same strategy in and it works, right? I can plug similar pre-call stuff in for someone that's running like a B2C VSL,
right?
And it'll work. Right. But the thing is, now we're dealing with people, sales reps, which if they're not going to follow the process that's laid out, I need to tweak it and change it to make it make sense. It's like fitness, dude. Not every client can have the same meal plan, the same macro plan, the same training program, because sometimes Johnny over here just can't fucking keep his, like, he can't keep it together. He has to go eat pizza. So, like, you might need to alter his meal plan and training to make that make sense. Right. And so, like, everything we do is similar like that.
What's their average client? I'm assuming they might be higher level clients, like in terms of revenue. What's your average client that you do?
We've got a couple clients, 1 to 2 million a month right now. We've got a couple clients in like the 5 to 7 range. Really? Quite a few people come to us in like the 1 to 2 range. But like where we do best and where we see the most wild results is if you're above 3. So like most of our clients are above 300K a month right now.
Yeah.
And those are teams that we manage. Those are teams that we train. And it's just because at that point, like you have a couple solidified people on your team.
Right.
We're not playing the, I just need to get a closer to close for you. Like we're playing the true strategy, not training game. Right. And the true strategy game, it's literally a numbers game.
You're just pulling on the right levers at that point.
That's all it is, dude. It's just going and hitting the fucking hammer in the right place.
Cool. I guess another question I have is, how do you usually structure the payments? Is it like a set fee, or do you do percentage, or is it does it vary?
So we're, dude, $5,500 to $6,500 a month, and there's a 4-month commitment. And dude, our average client stays with us for about 7 or 8 months, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
And then from there, we'll cherry pick on the back end and done for you. And I don't like saying cherry pick because it's a shitty word. But the thing is, dude, I'm getting in deep with your team there.
Yeah,
like
done for you. You should be cherry picking. I mean,
yeah, like we're spending time. My team's in there really deep and really intense. We're working with your reps on a day-to-day basis. We're in your team CRM. We're meeting with the owner on a day-to-day basis. So that one, dude, we charge 15 and 3% a month. So like it's a high price.
Yeah.
But dude, I mean, if you want the best, you're going to pay for the best.
Yeah, of course.
Otherwise,
well, and that's the trap. You're like, look, this is what it's going to cost you. If it's worth it to you, then do it. If it's not, don't.
And most people buy it, dude.
Yeah.
And when they ask, they buy it. We'll work things out, but like that's kind of how our pricing structure works. Like our Ascension model is audit to training and consulting, where we fix a lot of the things. And then once we fix a lot of the things, if it makes sense, we'll manage your team. Or you can just stay here perpetually, and that's fine.
Yeah, no, I think that's the best way, because done for you on the front end is great for sales. It's horrible for fulfillment. Dude. I mean, that's what people don't talk about. They're like, oh, do this. I'm like, listen, bro, like it sounds great, but it's just like you bring in the wrong types of people, in my opinion.
Dude, you know, I want to date you before I marry you. You know what I mean? Like I want to kiss you before I date you. And
right.
Like that's kind of the model. Like we want to kiss, we want to date, we want to marry. Because we've gone the opposite route, and every time we've gone that route, it's been a pain in the fucking ass. Course, yeah. Because like they don't understand how we work, we don't know how they work, misaligned expectations, and dude, for what we do, it's done for you management. I'm not doing done for you sales. I'm not bringing my people in. I'm coming in and building it internal for you, so that when you decide to say like, hey, all's good, we're done, everything I built you have. Yeah. Right. And some people don't fully get that. They just want to just wipe their hands with it and say, hey, we're out. Yeah. So if we don't take our Ascension model, like expectations are misaligned and people get pissed off.
No, yeah, 100%. It's what I notice, and you probably obviously see the same thing, is like all the issues are really on the front end, because someone comes in, it's the initial program, and what they thought they were going to get is a little bit different. But back end, it's like they've already been with you. So it's like most people who come through on the back end, it's like they're they're a great client, because they like, we like you, we've already done business with you, let's do more business.
Absolutely.
Great client. What do most founders get wrong, in your opinion, when trying to hire or build a sales team?
I mean, the grave mistake that most make is like they have a good closer and they promote him to sales manager and then fuck their revenue. Right? Like, let's just do some simple math. Tanner, you have 3 closers. One is doing $300K a month. The other 2 are doing 150. Oh, dude, the one doing 300K, I'm gonna make him my manager.
Right.
Dude, your revenue goes from 600 to 300 like this.
Yeah.
That's the grave mistake most people make, because they're like, oh, he's good at sales, he should be good at managing. And the reality of it is, dude, that's your breadwinner, dude. Why don't you just pay him more? Like, give him a higher percentage and let him keep operating and just get the fuck out of his way. Yeah. And then bring someone else in to manage it. So, like, I don't think people understand, like, how to build a team, right? They just think that, like, better people equals better people. But in seats of business, like, a COO, it might not be as skilled as the CEO in some areas, and vice versa. Might not be as skilled as the CMO. So, like, understanding the seat that we're hiring for, sales, management, SDR management, right? Sales director, it's all a different skill set. And like most people see sales as a skill set. Sales is not a skill set. It is a part of it, right? But there's these subsectors, sublayers of management, SDR management, BDR, sales director, VP, like they all require different levels of thinking of human. And a lot of founders, they just think, oh, sales, you're good at sales. You should be good at all sales things. And it just never happens that way.
Going back to a little bit of, the stuff you've been through in your life, what do you do when your brain starts slipping into old patterns, and does that happen? Old patterns meaning, you came out of a lot of stuff with addiction. Now you're, on the straight and narrow, so to speak. Do you ever like kind of feel like you're heading back there sometimes and you have to kind of pull yourself out of it?
I don't, man. I lift a lot of weights. And honestly, dude, like that's my time to go shut off. And like, dude, fitness background, like we're all kind of the same. You know what I mean? Like we love training. We love results. And like, it's one of those things that like, it's therapeutic. So if I don't train, I don't slip into bad habits. I don't slip into bad thoughts. But if I'm not training, dude, I start to just get annoyed. And I don't turn into a dickhead, but I might just sit there and look at you and not talk. And so like for me, like I need it, dude. I need to train. Like I need an outlet for myself. Like and it's an outlet where like no matter what you say or do, you can't take it away from me. Yeah. Like nothing another human can do or say can take away the results or what I'm doing there. Right. Because that's a me thing. Like, so it's like, it's my time to just go like handle business and do what needs to be done. And if I need to just go to a dark place, I go to a dark place. Yeah. And if I'm just going to go lucky and be happy, I'm going to do it. Like that's my area in time that keeps me grounded. Like fitness is a big reason I have what I have today. Right. Also addiction, but like I got into fitness because of addiction, right? Because I got fat and out of shape. So it like all leads to where I'm at today.
Yeah. I honestly make a joke, but I'm serious. Like I say, I'd be in prison if I didn't go to the gym, because that's that's how I get my release. Mm-hmm. Like that is literally the only thing. I actually had someone on my team ask me yesterday, and they were struggling. They said, "Hey, how do you shut off when it's time to shut off?" And I was like, "Go to the gym," or or if I feel like I can't, I'll go work out, because like as soon as the workout's done and I pushed hard, I just feel like. Yeah. And that is just really necessary, I think.
It's that release.
Yeah, it's in business because you're so high stress all the time, and you're kind of like this, you know? Mm-hmm. So that really helps me. What's your view on like therapy, medication, psychedelics? Like, I don't even know if you've done any of that, but like, what's your kind of stance on those things for like mental rewiring?
Dude, if it helps, it helps. Like, I'm all for it, man. Like, if I could still smoke weed, I'd smoke weed. If I could take psychedelics, I would take psychedelics. I just have a very addictive personality, so I don't. But like, dude, if something helps you be a better human, like fucking go take it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really get down with the vibe of like, oh, you can't do this because it's not right. I mean, brother, if it makes you a better human and makes you operate better, makes you a better husband and a better father, a better business owner, go do it. You know, like who fucking cares? Yeah. So like, I don't worry too much about what other people do. Like if it's helping you in an area or another, great. Yeah. Like, hell yeah, dude. If taking a shot before your sales call makes you more money and it helps you out, like, brother, like go do it, man. Like all good.
Yeah. I don't know what part of my personality it is, but I just always like, I feel like I'm very open-minded. And so I like to try stuff usually at least once. Yeah. So like a year ago, I think I did ayahuasca, bufo.
I was just going to ask you if you did ayahuasca.
Dude, I did all of that. And like, I was kind of like, I wasn't sure because, you know, some people when they get over in the like spirituality and that type of stuff, it gets like a little weird for me. I'm just like, dude, like I'm not like a crystal guy and all that type of shit. But like, I'm glad I did it because now I have a little bit of a context. And, you know, like I'm not addictive at all. So like I'll do it. And I'm like, if I never want to do it again, I honestly, I'm just like, yeah, like it was great. Overall for me, it was a pretty good experience. But I will say, I think, I don't know, my opinion on those types of things is just like the 80% or the majority of people who kind of like push it, they seem kind of weird in my opinion.
Yeah, they shouldn't be doing it.
And it's like when I met some people there who were kind of like quote unquote normal, and they're like, yeah, like, you know, I just want to try, like I've been struggling with this. I was like, yeah, like I feel like that attitude would actually promote it more, but a lot of times the people promoting it, I think, are a little kind of out there, so to speak.
Dude, my massage therapist, man, he's an ex-Marine, power lifter, or I'm sorry, strongman, big fucking dude. He went and did ayahuasca and he came back a vegan, dude. He came back what? He came back a vegan. And because I get work from him every like month or so, and he was telling me how he was going to do it. And this dude's like 310, 320, like 6'4", like a fucking fridge. And he comes back, he's like, dude, I'm a vegan now. I'm like, what the fuck happened? He's like, well, dude, I did ayahuasca, and every time I look at a steak, I hear the cow moo. And I was like, fuck, that's a great way to make me want to do it, dude. Like, hell yeah. Like, I'm definitely not going now.
I don't know. Do you remember the YouTube personality, Connor Murphy? Do you remember him?
I think so.
Okay, so he actually scared me shitless from doing it because he was one of the biggest fitness YouTubers at the time. He did a lot of those like girl reaction videos. Like he'd be there, take his shirt off, and like he was really shredded, so girls would like freak out. And he did ayahuasca, and he came back, and he was posting the weirdest shit. Like it's not even like I think it's weird. It was like he would have like Looney Tune colors in the background and saying like weird stuff. And I was like, dude, like, why are you posting this type of stuff? It was like, and it ruined his brand. Like, I don't even know what he's doing now, but he lost his sponsorships and stuff like that. And so I've seen those with ayahuasca, and that was what scared me. That's actually what made me not want to do it. Cause I was like, dude, like, what if it's going to make me completely different? I feel like, you know, it was like a good experience for me. But like, for me, the funny part is that people say like, what is it like? And I just said, it was like talking to my older self, like, and it just gave me like deeper thoughts. So like, I remember thinking very deeply, like, you know, should I be a monk or like keep building businesses? And I was like, I should keep building businesses that helps more people, or I should really help my family. And I just had like really strong like feelings about certain things. But some people, they're like, oh, I saw a jaguar, and I was like, what the fuck? You saw a jaguar? You know? And I was like,
It's like, dude, what is going on in these fucking people's brains before they go and do this? Like, Jesus
yeah,
Christ, man.
yeah.
Like, those people might just need therapy instead of like drugs. But
Yeah, it's like, it's just interesting because like some people, they go really far left, and I just was like, yeah, it felt like a pretty normal experience for me. I'm glad I did it now, but I was a little scared of that because I've seen people come back and they're completely different.
dude,
And I was like, dude, I don't want to change that much.
David Goggins said it, man. It's like everyone's fucked up. Some people just talk about it more. And I think some people are just way more fucked up than like we believe, and they go and do this, and they're already way too far off the edge that all this does is it pushes them, dude. Like, I mean, I've never done ayahuasca. Would I do it? Yeah. But I don't really have a desire because I think it might be a problem at the moment, not a solution.
Yeah, it's like, so if you ever done mushrooms,
I've done a lot of mushrooms.
right? So it felt very similar to mushrooms. It has it just slowly peaks like this and it comes down. For me, you know, they talk a lot about the vomiting and all this other crazy shit. Like, I had a pretty normal experience. Like, I think my body handles stuff pretty well. But I just remember, like, it just, your brain obviously is working very hard to drug. So, like, you know, and your brain is moving very fast. But I just felt like it just gave me kind of more profound thoughts. It made me, like, very emotional. So, like, you really kind of pulled out your emotional side. But when I left, I don't know, I just didn't feel anything like super crazy or like anything weird. So overall it was a good experience for me, but yeah, it's
I would do it if the opportunity arose.
yeah.
I wouldn't go out of my way.
Yeah, I wouldn't go unless like you have, for me, like I had something going on in my life and I really was like, oh dude, I don't know what to do with this. And that was kind of what I went there for. I wouldn't just go though.
Yeah.
I
think it's a problem if you do. That's probably why I won't go, because I'm like, yeah, just go trip fucking balls for 3 days, dude. And I'm like, let's just go in the jungle and trip, man.
Yeah.
That's why I won't go. But if the opportunity comes up and I'm just like, man, I'm more fucked up than I thought.
Yeah. Have you ever done bufo? So that's like it's like the toad venom and you smoke it so anyways.
I've never even heard of it.
It's pretty crazy. So for just in general,
toad venom, dude.
Yeah. So as far as I'm aware, it's venom from a toad, and you smoke it.
Oh,
and
shit.
so what happens is ayahuasca or most drugs, right? It slowly goes up, it peaks, and then it comes
poison,
down.
Yeah, it's a poison in
Right.
your body's.
This what I took, I believe they call it bufo, and it's like, I think it's similar to DMT. So anyways, you smoke this thing, and I'm talking in 10 seconds, you go from 0 to 100. It's like a fucking atom bomb. And after I remember they were like, it lasts for like 30 minutes. And they were like, dude, you handled that pretty well. And the only reason I handled it well is because I had just done ayahuasca, but it was crazy. Like, it was like, my brain was like this. And I was like, oh yeah, I feel fine. And then it just went boom. And anyways, I'm just bringing that up because we're on this topic.
I've done a lot of DMT, dude, where it's like the same thing.
Okay.
Like first hit, you're just kind of like feeling it.
That's what they say. It's very similar to. Yeah.
You just black out and you come back and you're just like, whoa.
Yeah, but just for anyone listening, if you're curious, it was interesting. The same thoughts I had in ayahuasca, I had when I had bufo. Yeah. It was just faster. It was faster, and you can do it during the day. Ayahuasca is like very ceremonial style and all that type of stuff.
And like to bring it back to business, because a lot of people don't want to hear us talking about doing drugs. Like a lot of people do them, but like, dude, a lot of this stuff helps people. Like the microdosing of mushrooms, like the going and doing ayahuasca, because like a lot of this is in business. It's not about being the best; it's about having your mind in the right place.
Right.
You know, and if these types of things help you bring your mind to the right place, like absolutely, dude. If it helps you, like do it within reason.
And microdosing also is like completely different because you're not feeling it. Yeah. So I've never tried that, but like you're taking, hypothetically, if you did it, you would take like 0.2%, like 0.2 grams of a mushroom.
Yeah.
And it's just like, usually to trip, it would be like 2 grams, right? So you're taking 20 times less or something.
This is how we know we've all done drugs.
Yeah.
You understand those metrics.
Yeah. Anyways. All right. So moving on from that, what's your take on the alpha male content, you know, kind of flooding the internet? And like, I get into trouble because like I work so hard, and then when I take a break, I'm always clicking on some of these dumbass videos about this guy or that guy, and they're like, you know, it's like they call it the AMU, the alpha male universe. Like, what's your take on that?
Hilarious, dude. Like, who are you trying to impress like that, man? Like, do you go home and talk to your wife like that? Like, what are you doing? It's weird, man. Like, it's very inauthentic, right? Like, okay, be an alpha male, but like, have you ever actually really met an alpha male? Like an actual, like,
Yeah, they're not like that.
They're not deadly in a field of flowers, or what's that saying? You know what I'm talking about? Like, would you rather know how to do whatever while being in a field of flowers, or not know while being in war, or whatever the fucking saying is? I can't think of it right now. But if you've met a true alpha male, they're actually very chill human beings. Yeah. Like, there's a couple guys that I know, like my business partner being one, who have done some pretty wild shit overseas in the military. Like, those are true alpha males. And you meet them and they're not screaming at the top of their lungs about do this, motivation, that. It's like, I think it's cool and it works and it motivates some people, but like, I think it's kind of,
I've never related to that. Like when someone yells at me, like in my head, I'm like, shut the fuck up. You, yeah. Like I just, some people say they like that, but to me, I'm like, listen, just tell me what to do. That's all I need. I don't need a fucking cheerleader. It's like, so I've never just, I just don't relate to that. I don't know if it's because of sports and athletics, but I just was like, dude, like who the fuck needs a grown man to yell at them to do shit? It's weird.
There's some of those like, go be like in Navy SEAL trainings, and it's a bunch of like weird older men that are just going to get yelled at in mud for a couple days. I just don't like it. And they come back invigorated, and it's like, man, tell me you've never done something hard. So I don't know, dude. I don't like it. I think it's kind of weird. But dude, like I said, man, like if it helps you, like, there's something out there for everyone, dude. If you want to go get yelled at as a grown man, like fucking go for it, brother. Oh, there it is, dude. Let me see that real quick. It's, would you rather be a warrior in a garden or a gardener in a war?
Okay, there we go.
That's the
cool.
saying.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, dude, I don't know why I couldn't think of it. I think
I had no idea what you were going with either. So.
Would you rather be a warrior in a garden or a gardener in a war? Right, and that's kind of the thought process of like alpha male. Like that's
no, I agree. The people I look up to the most and respect the most. The funny thing, I think, usually the people I respect the most, I've noticed that it's that they're very certain the way they're living is the right way. So I might not even agree with her. I might just be curious. But they're just like, yeah, like, no, this is what I do, and it's 100% the right. And I'm like, really? And, you know, it's like, I think that's actually something that's really good in sales is like you have certainty. And so for me, when I meet someone and they're very certain the way they're living their life is good, but they're not pushy. They're just like, yeah, this is what I do. This is how I think the best way is. It makes me really kind of think, you know, like, are they doing it the right way? Or dude, like maybe I'm doing it the wrong way. Like
I had the same thought, man. My sister travels a lot, man. And I hope she doesn't listen to this because I'm going to say something that might come off offensive. But like, dude, she doesn't make a lot of money, but she travels a lot. Yeah. And I for a while I was like, what the fuck's she doing, dude? I was like, what is she doing? Like, she shouldn't have money to travel. And I had this realization later on that like, dude, she's always out having a good. Maybe money doesn't matter. And like, I don't want to say I looked up to her because of that, but the thought process there was like, okay, like it's not all about this. It's about like, are people stoked with the way that they're doing the thing, whatever the thing is? And if they are, it's kind of like, how can I judge that? And I was like, maybe she knows more than me. Like, maybe she does. And like, Val, if you're listening to this, like maybe you do. I don't know.
It's always people who are just doing their thing and they're not pushing it, but they're just like, yeah, this is this is the best way to do it. And I just really sit there and ponder, and I'm like, maybe like they know something I don't. You know?
Dude, you're gonna figure this out for me over the next couple months. And it's the people that travel the world and just like work from anywhere, and they're just happy as can. And it's just like no problem. They're just in a new city. They're trying new things. They get food poison here. They're just like fucking chill as shit about it. And it's like, man, like you're really happy, aren't you? And they're like, yeah, you got stuck in customs. I'm canceling this day because like it's like, holy fuck, dude, you really live like that. You don't give a fuck, do you? So you have to let me know how that is, like traveling around and working and just like not having like a home location, just like going wherever. Because I've always been curious.
I've done it. So I did it before. A couple of years ago, I took a 6-month sabbatical and did it. But I wasn't working. That was kind of half the issue. If it's like the time zones can be difficult, I would say a time zone is difficult. If you're just going to like, let's say South America and it's the same time zone and you're just
no big deal.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. Maybe if your filming setup is not there, you have to like do that. But I just would say the biggest issue is the time zones. Like if I went to Asia and it's 12-hour difference, or even Dubai, that'll be 8 hours. It gets a little bit, like you kind of would have to like either get up later or go to bed later. Other than that, like I didn't see many issues. But I think one thing too is where you are is where you're at, meaning like if you're traveling to get away from stuff, like it just goes with you. So to me, like traveling the world is fun, so you can learn and see new experiences, but I don't think you should be doing it like to get away from something, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I see people doing it and I'm just like, do they know something I don't?
Yeah, I would say it's also harder to like, build like a big business. Like if you're doing a trip here, trip there, but if you're doing it like full time,
it's hard, dude.
It's very difficult, I would say, because you don't like have any routine, and like a lot of stuff I do think takes a routine. It's like anything. It's like diet, discipline, all that type of stuff comes
It's
into play.
24/7 building something big.
Mhm.
24 fucking 7.
Mhm.
Like I shut off just to train. And dude, I don't know about you, man, but like I still get into these little phases where I'll wake up at 2 a.m. to take a piss, and I'll be on Slack responding and like doing things and like responding to messages. And like 20 minutes in, I'll be like, what the fuck? Like, what am I doing, dude? And so like it's like a 24/7 thing. So like I agree, man. Like I need routine, but also like, would I be able to go as hard elsewhere? Like I'd probably just fall off.
Probably not. Yeah. So, people laugh at this, but you maybe have the 24/7 traveler, and then on the other side of the spectrum, I always think of Hermosi, and he's a good friend, but it's just like he just like doesn't really want to do anything besides work.
He's hanging in the closet all day.
Right. So I feel like I'm 90% of the way there. Like I'm very similar, but I still like an occasional trip here and there, and I like to go out and stuff like that. But I think being closer to him than further is better. Because if you want to be successful, because you need more of that. Some people, like I could probably agree with this. Like I think sometimes I'm like, dang, dude, like he's a little too much. But I'm close to him. Like I would say like I'm 90% of that, because that's what it takes to be successful. You have to have a little bit of obsession, a lot of discipline, a lot of routine.
So you can't have balance and be successful. You can just
depends
laugh.
what your level is.
You can laugh. I was just fucking
Yeah, no, but it really depends what your level of success is. Like, if someone's like, hey, I want to make 100,000 a year, it's like, yeah, absolutely. But if you're like, hey, I want to make $10 million profit a year, it's like, maybe you want to be as quote unquote balanced. Like it just has to be balanced for you.
There's I do a lot of work in the sales space. So because of it, I'm in front of a lot of salespeople all the time. Mm-hmm. And there's these people that are always talking about balance. And I'd like to have a balanced life. And I'm like, well, that's good, but just know that you'll never fucking compete with me with a balanced life.
Yeah, like you lose to the top dogs because they're not going to be balanced.
They could be dumber, less educated, more retarded than you, and they will beat you because they work harder.
I agree.
And I have this argument all the time, and people are like, well, no, I'm going to do better. And I'm like, dude, 4 hours a day, you're not getting done shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like you took 3 sales calls and made 2 follow-up emails. Like you're not fucking.
The other thing too is like, so let's say in a year I go to like 6 parties, like really go hard. I have way more fun because why? Like, it's like if you diet for 6 months and then have a pizza versus the guy who has pizza every day, who's going to enjoy it more? So it's weird to me too, because people don't understand, like, you have to work hard to enjoy playing hard. I've never understood, like, I go to the club every single week. I'm like, bro, that's literally boring.
Dude, that pizza after 6 months of dieting is pretty fire.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking fire.
Yeah, so for me, the irony is I think the harder you work, the better you can play and the more you'll enjoy it, because it's such a contrast to what you're used to. Your body's like, oh my gosh, this is so great.
Good question for you, man. Do you think doing what you did in fitness allowed you to be this good in business?
I mean, I think so. I mean, I think a lot played into it, but like the thing I really learned about fitness and I loved is like, one, you get out what you put in.
Yep. No
one can take that away from you. And 2, it just all the discipline it takes to build your body, so much of that comes back into business and is so effective. Right. And now it's more mental in business, I would say. It's like it went from physical to mental. But yeah, like seeing how hard my dad worked, trying to be an athlete, being disciplined, workouts, routines, nutrition, all that stuff. It's like it just carries into the next thing.
So easily.
Yeah. Like, so I wouldn't say you have to be an athlete, but I would say a lot of the successful people I know, they had some athletic background, whether it was weights or weightlifting or sports or whatever. Like, it just teaches you a lot of those skills that I think, like in sports, for example, it's like, you're tired, so fucking what? And like that mindset, sometimes people in business are like, well, I'm tired. And it's like, cool. I'm like, why is that even a thought? But they don't have a sports background to fall back on.
Yeah, the fitness, I feel like anytime I meet someone who has a fitness background, bodybuilding background, or previous addiction background, I will hire them in a heartbeat. Yeah. Because they know what hard work is. Uh-huh. When I find a bodybuilder, sometimes they suck. Sometimes bodybuilders are really lazy, but they know what hard work is. Someone that's in fitness, they've dieted before. Like they've actually like felt like there was no way to keep going, but they've given more and continued pushing. It's like when you meet people that have done those things, you can see why they're successful in other areas.
Oh yeah, I would 100% agree. What's a trait you have that you think more men need to lean into?
A trait I have? That's a good question, man. I want to say it's not giving a fuck. It's a trait I have that I think other men need to lean into, man. That's a really good question. I don't really look at myself. This is going to sound really bad, dude, but like I am the harshest critic of myself. Like it's really hard for me to do something and be like, oh, like that was great. You know, so it's really, really difficult for me to like see something in myself and be like, that's amazing. But I guess if I were to put one out there, man, it's being very family driven. You know, like I would kill for my wife and son in a heartbeat. right? And I think it's like a very, very old masculine trait of that, like that is your covenant. You know what I mean? And no one fucks with your covenants. And I think there's a lot of weak men out there that like don't really give their wives the opportunity to stay home, right? They don't give their wives the opportunity to like do what they want to do because they're just like so caught up in, well, you need to work and make money too. Like my wife doesn't work. She doesn't need to work. Yeah. She can do whatever the fuck she wants.
Let me ask you a question on that. So like being fully transparent, my issue is if I feel like my girl is not contributing. Contributing can be different, but I personally have a problem when a girl's like, I expect you to pay for everything. I expect you to give me a ring. I expect you to marry me. I expect you to have kids, and I'm gonna stay at home. And I'm thinking, so what do I get out of it? Like now, like, and I guess I feel that more that way because I'm not ready for kids yet. Like, what's your take on that?
If my wife worked until we had kids.
Okay, so
I think men should give their wives that opportunity, but it's not about just like saying, "Hey."
What if you didn't have kids though and she wasn't working?
I'd still have her work. I'd still have her.
Okay, so that'd be different. For you.
Absolutely, man. Because I mean, it's not. It wouldn't be that you need to at that point. It's just like for me, I would need to see that you're contributing.
That's how I feel. So yeah, with the kids, I agree because if you're having kids, it's like there's no point in having kids and then having a nanny over 24/7 in my opinion. But that makes sense because I think some girls, and maybe this is just being in big cities, they feel that way, and I'm like. So you're literally gonna do nothing? I'm like, so you're just taking money from like I'm like an ATM is what it makes me feel like.
Like unless I don't want to sound too fucked up there, but like you're not providing anything of substance at that point. Like just being like a beautiful woman in my house that maybe we have sex once a day. Like I'm sorry, that's not worth me paying you to stay home.
I would
like no offense. Like it sounds bad, but like for my wife, dude, she worked until we had a kid, and like we knew as soon as we had a kid, she wasn't gonna. Yeah. But even before that, she didn't need to work, dude. But it was just like a matter of like, you should be contributing and doing something. But I think most men need to give their wives the opportunity, right? And it's not that you tell her, oh, just stay home and do nothing. But like, brother, you should be working harder and trying to take care of your fucking family and setting them up for success.
I agree.
And like, if you're not, I would take a look at how much you're actually working and where your thought process is there. So like the answer to the question is like, dude, do a little bit more, work a little bit harder, find a way to make more money. You don't need to have her stay home. But like as a man, I think it's your responsibility to at least give the opportunity when it comes when you do have kids, because that's our natural instinct.
Agree. Yeah, see, with the kids, I totally agree. It's just it's been interesting for me to see.
You were also in Miami, dude.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. So it's like a girl will say, you know, you get me. I'm like you get me. I was like, I'm bringing like I'm providing this crazy lifestyle. It's like I want to feel like a team and versus like
I've seen your post too. You're like the top 1% of the 1% too. Yeah. So like it's like you get this.
Not in a weird way. It's just
statistically.
Yeah, well, like when you look at like your body fat percentage and how much you're making per year and like you know, height, you can't control that. Like I usually do that to troll like some of the short guys.
I think it's great, dude. I love it.
Some of the short guys get like, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, high heels, my guy.
Bro, like go get your knees done. It's like it's all good, man. Like just make more money. Like you're all good.
Yeah.
But it's like it's the truth, man. It is the truth.
Yeah, and I just look at that as like I don't mind sacrifice, I don't mind loyalty, all those things, but I'm just thinking like that's a big ask for like nothing in return. And it's like it's crazy to me when a girl's like, well, yeah, but like I'm super hot. And I'm like, I'm not like that doesn't. I mean, there's guys out there who love that, but I'm just like that's not enough for me.
Dude, get laid once a day is like it's not worth that.
Yeah,
like,
it's not.
I don't know. We can
go on this for a while. Yeah. So let me ask you this: if you died tomorrow, what's the one lesson you hope people would remember you for?
You'd be a good human, man. Be a good human no matter what. Like, dude, I do and donate. I do a lot of good things and donate a lot. I don't talk about it everywhere, dude. Like, I don't share all the good things I do. I don't talk about like buying an old lady gas at the gas station or just like throwing $20 on the counter at the gas station and telling them to pay for everyone's coffee in the line behind, or like when someone needs something at the airport, wheeling them out, or anytime you see an opportunity, like take it. Right. Like my wife sees it a lot. I think that's why she's with me, because she sees that I'm an okay person. But if I died tomorrow, man, I'd hope people could see that like you can be a good human, number one, without showing other people and without being asked. Yeah. Because there's a lot of people that need help out there, man. Like, for instance, like, and I didn't share about this, but I will as an example. I forget where I was going last time I was at the airport. This lady was in a wheelchair outside the gate and, like, asking for someone to help wheel her out. And everyone was just walking past. And my flight was boarding. So I just grabbed her and I wheeled her out, dude. And she's like, well, you're not going to make your flight. And I was like, I'll be fine. I wheeled her out, got her to security, had security take her, came back and got on my flight. But it's like everyone just walked past. It's like all it takes is a second to just be a good human and like do something nice for someone.
I feel bad. Like I feel bad ignoring that.
Me too, dude. I can't.
Yeah. There's just certain stuff that like it makes me feel bad.
Old people are one of them. Like you can't never help old people. If there's something happening with a female and like a male's being a piece of shit, like you have to.
That bothers me too.
You know what I mean?
I think it's because I have 4 sisters though too, so like I get very
oh, dude, you're
like defensive.
I didn't know you had 4 sisters.
Yeah,
you have
bro,
4 sisters and 2
parents,
brothers.
Yeah, my parents went crazy.
Bro, your dad couldn't pull out a driveway, man. Jesus Christ.
There's a story around that. We won't do it on camera, but yeah, that's 100% accurate.
That's all right.
Do you still wrestle with guilt or shame from your past, or do you feel like that's just helped you rewrite your story?
Just rewrite my story, man. I did, and I had to deal with this early on in recovery. When my mom passed, I really thought I was part of the reason she died. And that was some of the like most guilt and shame I dealt with, man, was like I had to fully accept that no matter what I did or didn't do, it was going to happen. But for a while, I thought because I was egging it on and being a part of it, I really thought I was a part of that reason. So the big guilt and shame I had wasn't around me doing the fucked up things. It was around the things that had happened to other people around me as a result of what I had done. And so like I had to go through some serious shit and some serious like rewiring of my brain to realize that the actions and reactions of those around me would have happened regardless if I was there.
Okay, a little bit of a lightning round, so you can go deeper if you want, but most overrated sales tactic.
Most overrated sales tactic? Objection handling.
Okay, most underrated addiction recovery tool.
Working out.
One person who changed your life.
One person that changed my life. Mason Lloyd.
You want to go deeper on that?
He's the dude I was talking about.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He changed my life.
What keeps you humble?
Knowing I can lose it all tomorrow, dude.
What advice would you give your 20-year-old self?
Go all in and stop second guessing yourself. You can lose everything and get it back.
Dude, it's been a pleasure to have you on. We went through so much, some stuff I wasn't even planning on. If people want to find you or connect with you, work with you, like where's the best place for them to go?
Dude, just shoot me a message on Facebook. Shoot me a friend request on Facebook, Dean Kazora. I'm not going to put you through a sales funnel. I'm not going to try and sell you something. Like, just come connect with me and like, dude, let's have a conversation. If you're ever in Nashville, like, let's break bread. Like, I'm not going to take anyone through a regular sales process. If people want to work with me, they'll work with me. And if you see my ads, you can click them and book a call too. I'm more than happy to work with you there. But just connect with me, man. Like, I think like the space is turning, and I say space, but like internet marketing world, info product space is turning toward real humans. And like people are wanting more real humans. They're not wanting the quote unquote influencer that never does anything or meets with their clients or shows up. And I'm even seeing it with your brand a lot right now too. Like a lot of your posts are becoming over the past like 6 to 12 months because I watch people, like not to be a creep, but like I watch people's brands. For sure. And like your posts have been much more humanized over the past 6 to 12 months.
I think I got a little too pulled out of things like at scale. And so now like I'm actually, you can like some of this stuff isn't even me posting most of the time. So like these last few months, it's like I'm actually like actively posting at least once a day.
And I can see it.
Right.
And I notice it. And I think like, I don't remember where I was going with it, but like, you know, I'm a normal human. You're a normal human. Like, let's just have a conversation, dude. Like, let's just meet. Because meeting is kind of the entry point of any type of fun business relationship or any type of good shit. Just having a conversation with a normal person.
Yeah. Well, dude, thanks for being on the show. Can't wait to see where you go.
I appreciate you, brother.